Using NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, Northwestern astrophysicists gained the longest, most detailed glimpse yet of the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way. They found that the black hole's accretion disk emits a constant stream of flares with no periods of rest. So they basically said that flares are expected to happen in essentially all supermassive black holes, but our black hole is unique, said Northwestern's Farhad Yousefzadeh, who led the study. It was always bubbling with activity and never seems to reach a steady state. We observed the black hole multiple times throughout 2023 and 2024, and we noticed changes in every observation. We saw something different each time, which is really remarkable. Nothing ever stayed the same. So it's basically a bucket of chaos.
So that's interesting. I wonder what that means for its future. Like, why is it acting differently, or have we just had more data to observe from this one?
I think it's just more data that it's always in chaos, right? Like the embodiment of entropy. It is chaos. So it says, in our data, we saw constantly changing bubbling brightness, and then boom, a big burst of brightness suddenly popped up. Then it calmed down again. We couldn't find a pattern in this activity. It appears to be random. The activity profile of the black hole was new and exciting every time we looked at it. So I'm really curious if there is something that's sliding into this black hole, something mass, and it's causing energy to be cast out. Nothing is supposed to exit a black hole, but it's being emitted from around the accretion disk, not necessarily the black hole itself.
Right.
So it's similar to how the sun's magnetic field gathers together, compresses, and then erupts a solar flare. Of course, the processes are more dramatic because the environment around a black hole is much more energetic and much more extreme, but the sun's surface also bubbles with activity and it's chaos. So it's not usually predictable or known. Like solar flares and seasons are predictable, but only in the macro sense. They don't know exactly when it's going to happen or the shape of it to occur. So I find this really fascinating.
I agree. And I think right now we've had so little data historically in some of these areas that all of these are significant, but we may not really understand the long term yet.